My child, stop everything and listen, because this moment is not random. This moment is heaven reaching into your timeline, pulling you closer, whispering truth into the places where fear has tried to settle. I see you. I see the pressure you've been carrying, the questions you've been wrestling with, the quiet battles you've been fighting when no one was watching. I know the nights you stared at the ceiling, wondering if anything would ever change, if breakthrough was even real, if victory was still possible for someone like you. Hear me now, because I am speaking directly into the depths of your spirit. The victory you don't see yet is already unfolding. The breakthrough that feels invisible is already in motion. Just because your eyes can't see it does not mean my hands aren't shaping it. You have felt delayed, overlooked, pushed aside, but I have been positioning you, protecting you, preparing you. You have not been forgotten. You have not been abandoned. Every step, even the painful ones, have been leading you towards something greater than you imagined. You're wondering why the path has been so hard, why the battles have been so long, why the weight has felt so heavy. My child, it is because the calling on your life carries power. The destiny I placed inside you holds influence. The purpose I have written for you stretches far beyond what you can see right now. And every force that has tried to break you has tried because it knows what I placed within you. The pressure you feel is not proof of failure. It is proof of value. You are not being crushed. You are being shaped, not defeated, but refined. Listen closely. The victory you don't see yet has already been spoken over you in heaven. Angels have been dispatched on your behalf. Doors are shifting. Chains are breaking. Strongholds are weakening. The enemy has been fighting you so intensely because he knows what you are about to walk into. He knows your future carries influence, healing, restoration, financial freedom, breakthroughs that will ripple through generations. What comes next is bigger than anything you lost. Don't scroll away. Stay right here, because heaven is not done speaking to you. You've asked for signs, for clarity, for confirmation. This is it. This is the message sent to your spirit at the exact time you needed it. The victory you're about to step into is not small. It is not quiet. It is not halfway. It is full, complete, undeniable. The kind of victory that makes you look back one day and say, "Only God could have done this." You have felt battles rising in your mind, worry, doubt, anxiety, questions about your finances, your relationships, your future, your purpose. But I am telling you now, the storms you've walked through are not indicators of defeat. They are indicators of promotion. When you're close to breakthrough, the pressure increases. When you're close to destiny, the attacks intensify. When you're close to victory, the noise grows louder. But I am louder still. My promise stands above every storm. My plan stands above every obstacle. My love stands above every fear. You haven't been losing. You've been learning. You haven't been falling apart. You've been shedding old layers. You haven't been stuck. You've been rooted. The seeds I placed in you have been growing underground, where eyes couldn't see. And now, the season is shifting. The ground is opening. The harvest is rising. What you sowed in tears, you will reap in joy. If you feel this truth stirring inside you, if something in your heart is waking up as you hear these words, comment 777 right now. It is your declaration of faith. It is your yes to heaven. It is your agreement with the victory already written in your story. My child, I know you've been praying for change. I know you've been asking for clarity. I know you've been seeking answers, hoping for a sign that things will get better. I'm telling you now, the victory you don't see yet will appear suddenly, unexpectedly, powerfully. The financial breakthrough you've needed, the healing you've cried for, the restoration you've wished for, the peace you've longed for, the direction you've struggled to find. It is coming, and when it arrives, it will be clear, precise, undeniable. Your financial struggles have weighed on you, but I am stepping into that area now. I am breaking cycles, opening doors, connecting you with opportunity. Financial freedom is not just a dream for you. It is part of the destiny I've prepared. You have carried burdens you were never meant to carry alone, and now I am lifting them. New provision is coming. Unexpected resources are coming. Favor is coming. I am your provider, not the job, not the system, not the world. I am. And your heart, the part of you that aches the most, the part of you that carries old wounds, disappointment, betrayal, loss, that part is being healed. I am touching the places in you that have been hurting for too long. I am restoring the areas you thought would remain broken forever. Healing, deep healing, is coming, not only to your body, but to your mind, your emotions, your spirit. You are being rebuilt from the inside out. Don't look at your current situation and assume it defines your future. What you see right now is not the final chapter. I have written more for you, better for you, higher for you. Destiny is calling you forward, and nothing can stop what I have already begun. The victory you don't see yet is already moving toward you. You are closer than you think. You are stronger than you know. You are chosen, equipped, protected. If this is speaking to your spirit, tap the like button right now. Let this moment become a declaration of agreement, and if you haven't already, subscribe so you never miss the words heaven sends to lift you, guide you, and strengthen you. You're not here accidentally. This is divine timing, a divine moment, a divine message. Listen to me. You've been walking through a season where things felt uncertain. The direction wasn't clear. The path felt blocked. Doors seemed closed. People misunderstood you. Plans fell through. But everything that felt like a setback was actually set up. You were not being abandoned. You were being aligned. I was moving you away from what would limit you and preparing you for what will elevate you. What felt like loss was protection. What felt like delay was foundation. What felt like silence was strategy. I know you've asked, God, when? God, how? God, why does it feel so hard? And I answer you now, because the victory I am preparing for you requires a stronger version of you, a wiser version of you, a more grounded version of you. You are becoming that person. You are stepping into that strength. You are rising into that identity. But hear this clearly, because it is important. Your victory is not dependent on what others think of you. It is not dependent on who supports you. It is not dependent on who believes in you. I am the one who called you. I am the one who sustains you. I am the one who equips you. And I am the one who will bring the victory you don't see yet into full view. The enemy has been whispering lies to you, trying to convince you that nothing is changing, that you'll always struggle, that breakthrough isn't real, that your prayers don't matter. But those lies have no power. My truth is stronger. My promise is louder. My plan is unshakable. And I am telling you now, the enemy's attacks are a sign not of your weakness, but of your coming victory. He fights hardest where he fears your future. You're stepping into a season where things that didn't make sense before will suddenly become clear. Connections, ideas, opportunities, open doors, shifts in mindset, breakthroughs in finances, healing in relationships, clarity about purpose. All of it is coming together. I am aligning every piece. Comment 777 if you feel this alignment in your spirit. Let it be your signal to heaven that you are ready for the victory written for you. And hear me again. because this is important. The victory you don't see yet requires your faith, not your perfection. It requires your trust, not your understanding. It requires your hope, not your certainty. You don't need to know how I will do it. You just need to believe that I will. Stay with me now, because your story is shifting even as you listen. The atmosphere around your life is changing. The heaviness is lifting. The confusion is clearing. The old season is ending. A new season is rising. This is not imagination. This is not wishful thinking. This is divine timing. I am stepping into your situation with power. Power to restore. Power to open doors. Power to heal. Power to break generational cycles. Power to rewrite what the enemy tried to destroy. You are not stepping into partial victory. You are stepping into complete, undeniable, heaven-sent victory. And you will say one day, I didn't see it coming, but God was preparing it all along. My child, the victory you don't see yet is closer than the fear that's been trying to stop you. The breakthrough you've been waiting for is nearer than the worry that's been draining you. The blessing I've prepared is already moving in your direction. You will not miss it. You will not lose it. You will not be denied. Stay with me. Keep listening. More is coming. My child, listen closely, because what I am unfolding next is for the deepest part of your spirit. You have been walking through days that felt heavier than you expected, moments that felt confusing, situations that felt like they were stretching you beyond what you thought you could handle. But you need to hear this with clarity. Nothing you have faced has been wasted. Not one tear, not one question, not one setback, not one closed door. Every experience you carried silently is being woven into a victory greater than anything you've ever touched before. You have wondered why certain people drifted away, why certain opportunities dissolved, why certain paths that looked promising suddenly shut down. What you didn't know is that I was clearing the space in your life to make room for what is meant to stay. Some people were temporary lessons. Some opportunities were temporary stepping stones. Some spaces were temporary shelters. But what I am bringing into your life next is not temporary. It is stable, solid, intentional, divinely assigned. I am replacing everything that was shallow with everything that is real. I am replacing everything fragile with everything secure. I am replacing everything inconsistent with everything eternal. You haven't seen the full picture yet, but you will. You haven't understood the shifts yet, but you will. You haven't recognized the purpose behind the shaking, but soon it will be obvious. You are in the middle of a realignment, a divine positioning, a spiritual reset that is preparing you for elevation. You are not being pushed down, you are being set apart. The separation you felt was necessary because where I am taking you requires a different circle, a different mindset, a different environment, a different level of spiritual maturity. You have outgrown rooms that once felt comfortable. You have outgrown conversations that once felt normal. You have outgrown cycles that once felt unavoidable. This is why your spirit has been restless. This is why your heart has been stirring. This is why your mind has been shifting. You are evolving, rising, expanding. You are stepping into a season where your capacity is growing, your vision is sharpening, your purpose is awakening. Don't look back with regret. Look forward with expectation. The things that didn't work were not failures. They were protections. I blocked what would have slowed you down. I removed what would have drained your spirit. I ended what would have kept you from evolving. I know what's ahead of you, and I am ensuring that nothing unworthy follows you into your next chapter. Stay with me now. You've been feeling a pull inside your heart, a nudge towards something new, something meaningful, something that calls to the deepest part of who you are. That pull is not imagination. That nudge is not coincidence. That stirring is not random. It is purpose waking up. It is destiny calling your name. It is heaven reminding you that your story is not finished, and the most powerful chapters have not yet been written. There is a reason your old dreams no longer satisfy you. There is a reason certain habits no longer feel right. There is a reason the things you once tolerated now feel heavy. You are being prepared for a higher level of responsibility, authority, and spiritual influence. You are being refined so you can carry blessings without dropping them, carry success without losing yourself, carry influence without compromising your values. This is why I have been strengthening you in private, building your character quietly, teaching you resilience through challenges you never asked for, developing your wisdom through situations that didn't make sense, preparing your heart through moments that felt unfair. You thought you were being stretched, but I was increasing your capacity. You thought you were breaking, but I was reshaping your identity. You thought you were losing, but I was positioning you to receive more than you asked for. My child, the victory you don't see yet is being built piece by piece, behind the scenes, in the silence, in the stillness, in the moments you felt overlooked. You were never overlooked by me. I was working where your eyes couldn't see, constructing blessings your hands aren't ready to hold yet, aligning opportunities that require the strongest version of you. This is why you've been feeling internal change. You've been craving deeper conversations, higher purpose, healthier habits, stronger boundaries. You've been losing tolerance for chaos, for people who drain you, for situations that distract you. You've been feeling a need for peace, for clarity, for authenticity. This isn't mood. This isn't coincidence. This is spiritual growth. This is divine maturity. This is preparation for elevation. Let me speak to another part of your heart. You've been carrying disappointment that you rarely talk about, moments where you trusted and were betrayed, times when you gave everything and received very little in return, days when you tried to stay strong but felt ignored, unseen, or unappreciated. You've held on to emotions that you've been too tired to process. But hear me, nothing you lost will be wasted, and nothing that walked away will be needed for what I'm bringing into your life next. The love you gave will return to you multiplied. The kindness you showed will come back as favor. The loyalty you offered will become stability. The patience you practiced will become wisdom. The sacrifices you made in silence will produce harvests in public. You poured out from a pure heart, and I am returning what you gave in ways that are greater, deeper, and more lasting. You will not always be the one who carries the weight. You will not always be the one who holds everything together. Someone is coming into your life who will match your efforts, match your love, match your loyalty, match your heart. I am aligning relationships that honor your spirit, respect your boundaries, and reflect the love you deserve. The pain you felt in relationships is not the story's ending. It is the pathway to a healthier, stronger, more fulfilling connection. Comment 777 if you receive this, because something in your spirit is shifting even now. Let me speak into your dreams, the ones you buried, the ones you silenced, the ones you convinced yourself were impossible. I placed those dreams in your soul for a reason. They were never meant to die. They were meant to be awakened at the right time. And that time is approaching. That dream of building something meaningful, something lasting, something that impacts others, that dream is real. That desire for stability, abundance, and financial freedom, that desire is not selfish. It is part of the future I have written for you. That vision you keep seeing in your mind, that is your destiny calling you into alignment. You are not dreaming randomly. You are remembering spiritually. The ideas you have, the passions you feel, The gifts you carry, they are all pieces of your assignment. You were not created to live small, to settle for less, or to shrink yourself to make others comfortable. You were designed to expand, to influence, to rise, to lead. You were created to shine. The victory you don't see yet is not simply about solving a problem or escaping a struggle. It is about becoming the version of yourself that has always lived inside. Your spirit, confident, purposeful, healed, stable, anointed, focused, unshaken. Your mind is clearing, your spirit is awakening, your strength is returning. The fog that surrounded your decisions is lifting. You are stepping into a season where you move with clarity, confidence, and conviction. You will make decisions from wisdom, not fear, from purpose, not pressure, from identity, not insecurity. There is more I need to tell you. More heaven is preparing to reveal. Stay with me. Listen to the next words carefully, because the shift has only just begun. My child, listen carefully, because the next part of this message reaches into places of your spirit that have been waiting for understanding. You have been walking with questions that sit beneath the surface of your thoughts, questions you've never spoken aloud, questions that rise in moments of silence. You've wondered why certain seasons demand so much from you, why certain transitions shake you to your core, why certain shifts feel both uncomfortable and necessary at the same time. What you're feeling is the weight of spiritual expansion. You are stepping into territory that requires a new version of you, and every internal shift you're experiencing is preparing you for a life that looks nothing like the one you're leaving behind. There are gifts inside you that you haven't fully discovered yet, abilities that were dormant because the season was not right for their awakening. But now, I am calling those gifts forward. I am stirring creativity, sharpening intuition, expanding discernment, activating leadership, and awakening talents that have been waiting for this very moment. The dreams you hold are not too big. They are exactly the size of what I designed you to carry. You are moving into a season where you will surprise even yourself with how much strength, skill, and spiritual authority flows through you. There is a reason you have felt an unusual sensitivity in your spirit. You have sensed shifts before they happened. You have felt people's intentions without needing words. You have recognized energy, motives, and atmospheres with clarity others overlooked. This sensitivity is not a burden, it is a gift. It is spiritual intelligence. It is your inner compass guiding you toward alignment and away from danger. You are being trained to walk with deeper awareness, so that the next chapter of your life is not shaped by confusion, but by clarity, precision, and spiritual maturity. Now hear this, because your heart needs it. I am removing the internal pressure that has been suffocating your peace, the pressure to please everyone, the pressure to hold everything together, the pressure to be strong even when you're tired, the pressure to hide your pain because you feared being misunderstood. That pressure is breaking now. You were never meant to carry the weight of unrealistic expectations, not from others and not from yourself. Your value is not measured by how much you can endure without breaking. Your worth is not determined by your productivity, your performance, or your perfection. You are loved because you are mine, not because you are flawless. Let me speak to the emotional exhaustion you have been fighting through. You have poured into people who did not pour back. You have shown understanding to those who never tried to understand you. You have cared deeply in spaces where others cared casually. You have stayed loyal to people who treated loyalty like an option. But I am healing this part of your heart. I am restoring your emotional balance. I am teaching you the power of boundaries, discernment, and selective access. Not everyone who wants your energy deserves it. Not everyone who enters your life is meant to stay. Not everyone who smiles carries good intentions. You are entering a season where your peace will become non-negotiable. Your spirit will refuse what drains it. Your heart will recognize what threatens it. Your mind will reject what confuses it. You will move differently, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. Not because you've changed in a negative way, but because you've grown in a necessary way. You will no longer apologize for protecting your peace, prioritizing your healing, or honoring your growth. This is the maturity your next level requires. And now, let me reveal something deeper. You have been sensing a new chapter approaching, but you haven't understood its magnitude. What is coming is not just a season of blessing, it is a season of transformation. A season where everything aligns: your gifts, your purpose, your confidence, your relationships, your resources, your mindset. This alignment will feel like stepping into the life you were always meant to live but didn't know how to reach before. This is the beginning of a spiritual acceleration. What used to take you years will begin happening in months. What felt impossible will start unfolding effortlessly. What you prayed for quietly will arrive boldly. Your footsteps will carry new authority. Your decisions will carry new clarity. Your words will carry new power. You will speak from a place of confidence, not hesitation. You will rise from a place of strength, not insecurity. You will choose from a place of wisdom, not fear. This is what elevation feels like. It is not loud or dramatic. It is steady, peaceful, intentional, and undeniable. Let me address the fear that tries to whisper to you in moments of quiet, the fear that says you're not ready, the fear that says you're not qualified, the fear that says your past disqualifies you from your future. Those fears are lies. You are not stepping into your next chapter because you are perfect. You are stepping into it because you are chosen. Your wounds did not disqualify you. Your mistakes did not cancel your calling. Your detours did not erase your destiny. I have used every struggle to strengthen you, every disappointment to teach you, every setback to prepare you. Nothing about your journey has been wasted. Comment 777 if you feel this truth sinking into your heart, because your agreement is opening spiritual alignment even now. There is something else I need to tell you. You are stepping into opportunities that will require you to trust yourself in ways you never have. The doors opening for you will be bigger than what you expected. The rooms you will walk into will be filled with people who once felt unreachable. The opportunities presented to you will come with responsibility, influence, and expansion. You will not shrink in these spaces. You will stand with confidence. You will speak with clarity. You will move with boldness. Not because you are trying to prove yourself, but because you finally understand who you are. In this next season, the doubts that once controlled you will lose their grip. The fears that once paralyzed you will fade. The insecurities that once kept you quiet will fall away. You are becoming someone who acts on intuition, speaks from purpose, and walks with intention. Nothing about you is random. Every part of your personality, every strength, every weakness, every experience has shaped you into a vessel capable of carrying greatness. Let me speak now to your purpose. You have felt lost at times, unsure of which direction to take, unsure of what step to make next. But clarity is coming. Purpose is rising, direction is unfolding. You will no longer wander between ideas. Your spirit will no longer feel scattered. You will no longer carry confusion about your identity. You are stepping into a time where your purpose will not just be understood, it will be embodied. You will live it, speak it, walk it, breathe it. You will impact people in ways you never imagined. You will speak words that lift those who are broken. You will shine light in places filled with darkness. You will inspire those who lost hope. You will guide those who lost clarity. You will comfort those who lost. Peace. Your existence is not ordinary. Your presence carries healing, strength, and influence. You were not created to blend in. You were created to stand out in quiet, powerful, transformative ways. My child, listen with your whole spirit now, because what I am revealing next will touch parts of you that have been quiet for far too long. You have carried strength in silence, but you have also carried questions you did not know how to articulate. Questions about identity, about belonging, about the deeper meaning behind the challenges you have survived. And now, I am peeling back the layers so you can see yourself with clarity. Strength, not just as survival, but as purpose taking form. You have been sensing the world around you shifting, almost as if the atmosphere itself has become more sensitive, more reactive, more spiritually charged. This is not your imagination. You are stepping into a season where spiritual awareness will become sharper than ever before. You will notice things others overlook. You will feel changes before they manifest. You will discern people's intentions even when their words sound convincing. This is not paranoia. This is insight. This is spiritual elevation. This is the awakening of intuition I placed inside you long before you understood how powerful it would become. There will be moments when you feel drawn to quiet spaces, moments where noise becomes overwhelming, moments where you crave stillness even if you can't explain why. That desire is coming from me. I am calling you into deeper communion, not for isolation, but for preparation, because the next phase of your life requires a level of clarity that cannot be found in chaotic environments. You are being pulled inward so I can strengthen you, sharpen you, and anchor you before I elevate you. And yes, elevation is coming, but not the kind that simply lifts your circumstances. This elevation will lift your identity. It will lift your standards. It will lift your expectations for what love, peace, and purpose truly look like. You will no longer settle for surface-level connections. You will no longer chase validation. You will no longer shape yourself to fit spaces that were never designed for you. You are rising into a version of yourself that will make your past self look like a shadow of who you truly were born to be. Now, let me touch the part of you that has struggled with trusting your own decisions. You have questioned whether you make the right choices. You have doubted your judgment because of past mistakes, past disappointments, past betrayals. But hear this clearly. The wisdom you carry now is not the same as before. You are not walking into your next chapter with the same mindset, the same naivety, or the same vulnerabilities. You are wiser now. You are more grounded. You are more aware of the patterns that tried to trap you before. You will choose differently now because your spirit has matured. You will no longer ignore red flags. You will no longer minimize your needs. You will no longer silence your intuition to maintain convenience. You will trust yourself in ways you once believed were impossible. You will make decisions from a place of peace instead of fear, from a place of wisdom instead of pressure, from a place of identity instead of insecurity. Comment 777 if you feel your spirit strengthening even now, because this alignment is real and it is happening within you as these words speak to your heart. Now hear this, because it is time to address the part of you that has felt disconnected from joy. You have smiled while carrying heaviness. You have moved forward while feeling drained. You have encouraged others while quietly needing encouragement yourself. You have learned how to function while empty, and you have normalized emotional survival without realizing the weight of it. But I am restoring your joy, not the shallow joy that fades quickly, but the kind that fills you from the inside, the kind that doesn't depend on circumstances, the kind that sustains you even when challenges arise. You will laugh again with freedom. You will wake up with hope. You will feel excitement rise in places that have been numb for too long. The heaviness you've carried is loosening its grip. The exhaustion you've felt is being lifted. The numbness that shadowed your emotions is breaking open. Joy is returning not as a fleeting feeling, but as a foundation. Your heart will soften again, but this time with wisdom. Your trust will open again, but this time with discernment. Your hope will ignite again, but this time with purpose. Nothing about your healing will make you weaker. It will make you stronger, softer, steadier, more resilient. You are not healing to go back to who you were. You are healing to rise into who you were always meant to become. Let me speak next to your future, because it has been calling you even when you felt stuck. You will not remain where you are. You will not repeat the same cycles. You will not replay the same patterns. You are stepping out of limitation and into expansion. You are stepping out of confusion and into clarity. You are stepping out of old identity and into divine purpose. There will be opportunities that appear without warning, doors that open without explanation, favor that reaches you without effort. You will experience moments that feel orchestrated, aligned, timed with precision. This is not coincidence. This is destiny unfolding. This is divine timing aligning with your obedience. This is breakthrough taking shape behind the scenes. You will notice unexpected invitations into new environments, conversations that shift your perspective, encounters that redirect your path, resources that appear exactly when needed. These are not random occurrences. They are signs that you are no longer walking into blessings, you are walking into your assignment. And your assignment is not small. It is not insignificant. It is not accidental. You were created to influence, to inspire, to elevate others by simply being who you were designed to be. You will touch lives without realizing it. You will shift atmospheres without intending to. You will carry presence, strength, and spiritual gravity in every room you enter. Now hear this, because it will free your spirit. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not missing anything. You are exactly where you need to be for the transformation that is happening inside you. Your timeline is not delayed. It is protected. Every detour was necessary. Every pause was intentional. Every waiting season was pruning, shaping, repositioning. You will look back one day and realize that everything happened with strategy, precision, and divine wisdom. You are not moving slowly. You are moving correctly. You are not being delayed. You are being developed. You are not waiting aimlessly. You are being prepared for impact. And now, let me speak to the calling you feel, rising inside you. You have always sensed there is something different about you, something deeper, something not easily explained. You have felt out of place at times because you were never meant to fit into ordinary spaces. You carry spiritual depth that others feel, even if they don't understand it. You carry compassion that reaches beyond words. You carry wisdom beyond your years. You carry resilience shaped by battles no one knows you fought. This calling will become louder in the coming days, not as pressure, but as clarity. You will recognize where you belong. You will recognize who belongs with you. You will recognize what deserves your energy and what no longer aligns with your spirit. The confusion is lifting. The fog is clearing. The layers are shedding. You are stepping into truth. My child, lean in now, because what I am about to unfold reaches into the deepest layers of your destiny, the parts of you that have been waiting in silence for the right moment to awaken. You have walked through seasons where your spirit felt ahead of your circumstances, where your vision felt larger than your environment, where your heart knew you were meant for more, even when your surroundings did not reflect it. That tension you've been feeling is not frustration, it is confirmation. It is the sign that your spirit has outgrown your old season. And the future I designed for you is pulling you forward with an intensity you can no longer ignore. There will be moments when you feel an internal shift that does not match what is happening externally. You may wake up with clarity, even though nothing has changed yet. You may feel motivated, even though the path still looks uncertain. You may sense a breakthrough rising, even though the evidence has not appeared. This is spiritual alignment happening before physical manifestation. This is your spirit stepping into victory before your eyes catch up. This is how destiny unfolds quietly in the heart, before loudly in reality. Let me speak to the decisions you are about to make. You will soon feel moved to take steps that require courage you once believed you didn't have. Decisions that feel different from your past patterns. Choices that break cycles your family carried. Actions that reflect confidence you are just beginning to feel. These decisions are not random impulses. They are guided. They are inspired. They are aligned with the path heaven has prepared for you. You will find yourself choosing what brings growth instead of what brings comfort. You will choose what brings purpose instead of what brings approval. You will choose what brings peace instead of what brings temporary satisfaction. And hear this clearly. As you rise, you will also feel a widening gap between who you used to be and who you are becoming. This gap is not a warning. It is progress. It is evidence of spiritual evolution. You are shedding thought patterns that no longer fit the life I am building for you. You are releasing identities that were formed from survival rather than purpose. You are letting go of emotional habits that kept you small. And with every layer you release, you step more fully into who you were always meant to be. Comment 777 if you feel this breakthrough stirring in your soul, because your agreement activates spiritual momentum that has been waiting to move. Now let me touch something deeper. Your relationship with patience. You have been patient in ways even heaven admires. You waited when others rushed. You trusted when others complained. You held on when others gave up. And while your patience has felt like a burden at times, it has actually been preparation. It has strengthened your faith. It has shaped your character. It has protected your timing. What you thought was divine silence was actually divine sequencing, aligning every detail so your blessing arrives at the moment it can sustain you, grow you, and elevate you. And now that the season of patience is shifting, your spirit can feel the change coming before your circumstances reveal it. You are entering a time where long delays will suddenly accelerate, where unanswered prayers will become testimonies, where years of waiting will turn into moments of fulfillment. Breakthroughs that felt distant will appear with divine precision. Opportunities that once felt impossible will stand in front of you fully formed. What took others years will come to you with ease, not because you are lucky, but because you are aligned. Let me speak now to the deeper battles you've fought internally. You have wrestled with fears you never spoke aloud. You have questioned your worth in moments when no one saw your struggle. You have wondered if your voice mattered, if your presence made a difference, if your journey had meaning. But understand this: every doubt you battled was a sign of the magnitude of your calling. The enemy does not go after the ordinary. He targets the powerful, the chosen, the ones destined to shift atmospheres. Your battles have not been proof of weakness. They have been evidence of destiny. And because you have endured these internal battles with resilience, you are stepping into a season of mental clarity you have not felt in years. Your thoughts will become lighter. Your mind will become sharper. Your focus will feel renewed. The mental noise that once clouded your decisions will begin to fade. This clarity will become one of your greatest strengths, guiding you with confidence into the places I am preparing. You will look at challenges from a higher perspective. You will recognize patterns before they repeat. You will identify opportunities before others notice them. You will make decisions that seem bold to the world, but feel natural to your spirit. This is wisdom unfolding. This is maturity rising. This is destiny taking shape within you. Now let me reveal another layer. The shift happening in your relationships. You have been feeling a distancing from certain people, even without conflict or explanation. This is not abandonment. This is spiritual separation. Some people were part of your healing, but cannot be part of your elevation. Some were part of your growth, but cannot handle your expansion. Some were part of your past, but are not aligned with your future. You are not losing people. You are gaining alignment. And yes, new connections are coming. People who speak your language, people who match your energy, people who support your growth without feeling threatened, people who celebrate your wins without jealousy, people who bring peace, wisdom, and stability. These connections will feel natural, safe, and spiritually aligned. They will enter your life not as distractions, but as divine partnerships. You will no longer have to shrink your light to make others comfortable. You will no longer hide your potential to avoid criticism. You will no longer silence your dreams to fit in. The people I am bringing into your life will see you, honor you, and elevate you. They will not drain you, they will empower you. Now, let me address the part of you that has been craving renewal. You have been feeling an urge to change your environment, reorganize your space, shift your routines, or start fresh in ways you can't fully explain. This urge is spiritual. It is your soul preparing for a new rhythm, a new atmosphere, a new season. You are being drawn to environments that support your growth, not suppress it, to routines that bring clarity, not chaos, to habits that build you, not drain you. This renewal will happen in waves. You will feel inspired to improve your health, strengthen your discipline, and protect your peace. You will find yourself drawn to learning, growing, expanding intellectually and spiritually. You will feel motivated to build the life you once thought was out of reach. This is your rebirth, beginning quietly, steadily, beautifully. And now, listen closely, because this part is important. The victory you don't see yet is already positioning itself in your path. You may not have the evidence yet, but your spirit feels it, because breakthrough always touches the heart before it appears in reality. Trust what you feel. Trust what is rising inside you. Trust the shift, the pull, the stirring. You are not imagining it, you are becoming it. My child, quiet your thoughts for a moment, because what comes next is shaped for the deepest part of who you are becoming. You have felt a pull inside your soul that you cannot explain, a sensation that something significant is approaching, even if your circumstances still look ordinary. That pull is real. That pull is divine. That pull is the whisper of destiny telling you that your life is shifting into a new rhythm, a new frequency, a new dimension. You are not imagining it. You are sensing the spiritual groundwork being laid beneath the surface of your reality. There are moments ahead of you that will reveal why certain doors had to close, why certain seasons felt heavy, why certain opportunities slipped through your fingers. You thought you were being denied, but you were being redirected towards something that carries far more weight, far more purpose, far more long-term impact. You are moving into a chapter where what once confused you will begin to make sense, and the pieces that felt scattered will come together with clarity so precise it will silence the doubts you've carried for years. Let me speak now to the quiet confidence rising inside you. For so long, you have underestimated your own strength, not because you lacked it, but because you were surrounded by situations that did not allow you to see it clearly. You adapted to environments that required you to survive rather than shine. You built resilience in places that offered little support. You learned to stand alone when others stepped away. Those experiences did not diminish you, they refined you. And now that refinement is becoming confidence, not loud, not boastful, but steady, grounded, and deeply rooted. You will begin to trust your voice in a way you never have before. You will stop second-guessing your instincts. You will stop shrinking your truth to avoid conflict. You will stop apologizing for having needs, boundaries, and standards. Your confidence will not be the result of arrogance. It will be the result of clarity. Once you understand who you are, no one can convince you otherwise. Once you recognize your worth, no one can diminish it. Once you step fully into your identity, no fear can silence it. Comment 777 if you feel your confidence awakening, because this shift is holy, and it is happening within you even now. Let me reveal something else. You are about to enter a season of divine timing where you will feel the pace of your life change. Opportunities will appear more frequently. Connections will form more naturally. Ideas will flow more effortlessly. What once felt blocked will feel open, and what once felt stagnant will begin to move with momentum. This acceleration is not random. It is the result of everything you have endured, learned, and overcome. You have reached a level of spiritual maturity that allows you to walk into blessings without breaking under their weight. And along with acceleration, you will experience an increase in alignment. People who believe in you will cross your path. Rooms that match your calling will welcome you. Projects that fit your gifts will find you. Conversations that expand your mind will surround you. You will no longer feel out of place. You will no longer feel like you must shrink to fit into environments that were not designed for your growth. You are moving into spaces where your presence will feel natural, valued, and necessary. Now let me speak to your spirit about rest, not the physical rest of sleep, but the deep rest of knowing you are exactly where you need to be. You have lived through seasons of internal tension, seasons where your heart raced with worry, seasons where your mind carried more weight than your body could express. But you are entering a time where rest becomes part of your identity. You will not live in constant alertness. You will not live in survival mode. You will not live with a heart full of fear. You will begin to move with ease, not because life becomes perfect, but because your spirit becomes anchored. Your rest will come from trust. Trust in your path, trust in your process, trust in your purpose, trust in the timing you once questioned, trust in the divine protection that has carried you this far. This rest will soften your heart and sharpen your mind. It will give you room to breathe, room to grow, room to expand into the fullness of who you are becoming. You will stop preparing for battles that never come. You will stop bracing for storms that never touch you. You will stop expecting loss where I am preparing abundance. There is another shift coming, one that will take place not outside you, but inside your desires. You will begin to crave things that elevate your life. You will desire healthier connections, deeper conversations, cleaner environments, wiser choices, stronger habits. You will feel drawn to things that build you up and repelled by things that drain your spirit. This desire for elevation is not temporary motivation, it is spiritual rewiring. I am aligning your desires with your destiny so that you naturally gravitate toward the life I've prepared for you. And as your desires change, your discipline will strengthen. You will find yourself committed to routines that once felt overwhelming. You will take steps that once felt impossible. You will cultivate consistency that once felt unattainable. Discipline will become joy, not pressure. Growth will become natural, not forced. Transformation will become continuous, not occasional. You are evolving at a level that will surprise even you. Now receive this next truth with your whole heart. Isolation is ending. You have been walking through a season where you felt misunderstood, unseen, or emotionally distant from others, not because you were unworthy of connection, but because you were being separated from chaos, from distractions, from unhealthy influences, and from people who could not support the version of you that is emerging. But that isolation served a purpose. It gave you space to heal. It gave you room to hear. It gave you freedom to think. And now, new people will enter your life. People who understand your depth, mirror your values, and match your energy. These connections will not drain you. They will energize you. They will not confuse you. They will clarify you. They will not break you. They will build you. You will feel safe, seen, and supported in ways you have never experienced. And from these connections will come collaboration, inspiration, support, and growth. You will not walk alone into your destiny. You will walk with people aligned to your purpose, my child. Draw your attention inward now, because what I am about to unfold will illuminate corners of your spirit that have been waiting patiently for truth, clarity, and release. You have reached a point in your journey where the old patterns no longer hold power, and the old wounds no longer define your direction. This is the sacred threshold where your spirit begins to rise into a level of understanding that will reshape not only how you see your future, but how you see yourself. There is a quiet strength forming within you, a strength that has been whispered into your soul by every challenge you endured, every tear you shed, every moment you pushed forward when giving up seemed easier. That strength is awakening now, and it will become one of the greatest forces guiding your next chapter. There are parts of you that you thought were broken beyond repair, but what you didn't realize is that those very fractures have been preparing you for deeper compassion, deeper wisdom, and deeper spiritual authority. You have learned to read people with clarity, not because you are suspicious, but because your experiences have sharpened your discernment. You can sense authenticity. You can sense intention. You can sense alignment. And in this new season, that discernment will protect you from entering spaces that were never meant to shape your identity. You will begin to notice a shift in the way you respond to challenges. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, you will feel equipped. Instead of feeling threatened, you will feel prepared. Instead of feeling lost, you will feel guided. This is not accidental growth. This is spiritual maturity rising to the surface. Your relationship with difficulty is changing because you no longer see struggles as signs of failure, but as signals of transition. You recognize now that discomfort often precedes transformation and that pressure often reveals purpose. Comment 777 if you feel this truth grounding itself in your heart, because your spirit is aligning with what is being spoken into your life. There is also a new boldness awakening inside you, one that is not loud or aggressive, but steady and undeniable. You are stepping into a season where hesitation will no longer hold you hostage. You will take steps that once intimidated you. You will make moves that once felt too risky. You will walk through doors that once looked too big. This boldness is rising not from arrogance but from revelation. You are beginning to understand that the vision placed inside you was never meant to be small. It was never meant to be dimmed. It was never meant to be postponed until you felt more prepared. It was meant to be lived, breathed, and pursued with conviction. Let me speak to the expansion happening in your capacity. You will soon notice that you can handle responsibilities that once felt overwhelming. You will navigate obstacles with clarity that surprises even you. You will manage pressures with grace that comes from your spiritual evolution. You will embrace opportunities that once felt too heavy to carry. This is the result of the internal stretching you experienced in past seasons. What you thought was breaking you was actually increasing the size of the container needed to hold your future blessings. You are also stepping into a season where your intuition will guide you more clearly than ever. You will feel when to move and when to wait. You will sense when someone is aligned or misaligned. You will know when a decision is right, even before you see the outcome. This inner knowing is not new. It has been inside you all along, but now it is being refined, strengthened, and elevated so that you walk with the confidence of someone who knows they are guided by divine wisdom. Now let me speak to the healing rising in your emotional world. You have been carrying memories that weighed heavier than you realized. Memories of being misunderstood, memories of being overlooked, memories of being left to handle burdens you should never have carried alone. But healing is coming in layers. It is not just removing pain, it is restoring identity, it is restoring dignity, it is restoring trust in yourself. You will soon look back at situations that once wounded you and feel gratitude instead of grief, because those experiences gave you resilience, discernment, wisdom, and depth that now anchor you in ways superficial strength never could. You will also feel a shift in the way you invest your energy. You will no longer chase people who make you question your worth. You will no longer give endless chances to those who show no growth. You will no longer explain your heart to those committed to misunderstanding your intentions. Your energy is valuable. Your spirit is precious. Your time is sacred, and you will treat them as such. This shift will protect your peace and elevate your connections. And now, let me reveal something significant about your future connections. There are people you have not met yet who will play a profound role in your next chapter. Individuals whose presence will feel like alignment. Individuals who will recognize your potential even before you fully recognize it yourself. Individuals who bring clarity, encouragement, and grounding. These connections will not drain you. They will strengthen you. They will not compete with you. They will uplift you. They will not confuse you. They will stabilize you. You will feel safe with them in ways that feel unfamiliar, because you have never experienced support at this level before. Your future is calling you to expand in ways your past was too small to contain. The dreams planted within you are not illusions, they are instructions from heaven. They are reminders of who you are becoming. They are glimpses of the life I am guiding you toward, and you will begin to feel a deeper sense of responsibility over these dreams, not pressure, but commitment. Commitment to nurturing them, commitment to protecting them, commitment to stepping into them fully because you finally understand they are not accidents, they are assignments. You will also begin to see that the limits you once accepted were never real. They were simply reflections of environments that could not recognize your potential. But now, you are being pulled into spaces where your gifts will not only be welcomed, but required. Where your ideas will not only be heard, but valued. Where your presence will not only be tolerated, but cherished. Your life is stretching into a new dimension, and this stretch will not break you. It will expand you. My child, stay close to this moment, because what I am about to release into your spirit will reach places you have kept guarded, places you rarely allow anyone to touch. You are entering a season where the depth of who you are will no longer be hidden beneath layers of fear, hesitation, or doubt. You are being pulled into a level of spiritual identity where your essence will shine, without apology, without restriction, without the weight of old narratives holding you back from the fullness of your becoming. There is a part of you that has always known you were meant to rise higher than the life you were handed. Even as a child, you sensed the world differently. You felt emotions deeply. You saw meaning in places others ignored. You carried an inner world so rich that you often wondered why others could not see what you saw. That sensitivity was never a weakness. It was your first spiritual language. It was the early sign that you were created with a purpose bigger than your environment, bigger than your circumstances, bigger than the expectations placed on you. And now, That early sensitivity is transforming into spiritual intelligence. You are beginning to discern intentions before words are spoken. You are beginning to feel shifts before events occur. You are beginning to recognize opportunities before they fully form. This sensitivity is being matured into wisdom, and that wisdom will become the compass that guides you into relationships, environments, and decisions aligned with your highest calling. Comment 777 if you feel this awakening growing inside your spirit, because your heart is opening to truth that has been waiting for this very moment. Let me speak to the unique grace resting on your life. You carry a presence that others feel even before you speak. You carry an energy that brings comfort to the hurting, clarity to the confused, and peace to the anxious. You have underestimated the impact of your presence because you have spent so much of your life in environments that demanded silence instead of expression. But in this new season, your presence will be recognized for what it truly is: a healing force, a guiding light, a steady foundation in shifting times. There are people whose lives will transform simply because they came into contact with you. There are hearts that will heal because you listened. There are minds that will expand because you spoke truth without fear. There are dreams that will be revived because your words carried encouragement at the exact moment they were needed. You are not meant to influence the world through loud performance. You are meant to influence through the quiet, undeniable power of authenticity. Let me speak next to the resilience you have been building. You survived seasons that should have broken you. You endured storms that would have crushed others. You walked through emotional darkness with a strength you didn't even realize you were displaying. And now, that resilience is becoming revelation. You are beginning to understand that every hardship shaped you into someone who can stand firm, even when the world around you feels unstable. This resilience will carry you through new opportunities, because elevation always tests the structure of what has been built. But you, my child, were not built on shallow ground. You were built on faith, on experience, on endurance, on strength learned the hard way. This is why no wave can knock you down now. No loss can erase your identity. No challenge can steal your destiny. You have become unshaken because you have learned how to stand with grace in places where others would have fallen. Now let me speak to another area. The next season will transform your perception of timing. You once felt like time was slipping away from you, like you were running behind, like you needed to catch up to some invisible standard of success. But what you didn't realize is that I was slowing you down not to punish you, but to protect you. I was preventing you from stepping into opportunities prematurely. I was holding you back from environments that would have limited your growth. I was giving you time to develop the emotional, spiritual, and mental capacity needed to carry what is coming next. In the days ahead, you will see how perfectly timed everything truly is. Not one moment was wasted. Not one delay was meaningless. Not one detour was accidental. Every step, every season, every pause was a piece of the divine sequence shaping your destiny. You will begin to trust the timing of your life more deeply than ever, because you will finally see the alignment that was being woven even when you felt stuck. Let me speak into your relationship with your future. For so long, you feared the unknown, not because you lacked courage, but because your life experiences taught you that change often brought pain. But that pattern is ending. The future will not frighten you anymore. It will excite you. It will energize you. It will inspire you. You will look ahead with anticipation, not dread. With hope, not worry. With curiosity, not anxiety. Because for the first time, you will feel the truth. Your future is not something to fear. It is something to step into with boldness and joy. And now, let me touch the transformation happening in the deepest part of your identity, the part that has been conditioned by experiences that told you to be small, to be quiet, to be careful. Those old identities are falling away. You are becoming someone new, someone clearer, braver, stronger, wiser. You are embracing your power instead of hiding it. You are honoring your truth instead of silencing it. You are choosing your destiny instead of accepting whatever life hands you. You will begin to act from intention rather than reaction. You will move with purpose rather than pressure. You will create your path rather than waiting for someone to offer it to you. This is the rise of your true identity, the one I placed within you before the world tried to shape you into something else. There is another revelation unfolding now, one that will bring peace to the parts of you that have been restless. You are not behind, you are not late. You are exactly where you need to be. You have not missed anything that was meant for you. What is yours cannot be taken. What is aligned cannot be lost. What is destined cannot be delayed beyond its appointed time. You will begin to feel the weight of worry lift from your shoulders as this truth sinks into your spirit. You do not need to rush. You only need to align. Now hear this. The blessings approaching you will require your presence, not your perfection. They will require your courage, not your certainty. They will require your willingness, not your expertise. Heaven is not waiting for you to be flawless. Heaven is waiting for you to be available. Your story is not unfolding because you are perfect. It is unfolding because you are chosen. My child, breathe gently and open your heart, because the next part of this message reaches into the chambers of your spirit that have been waiting, watching, and longing for what is coming. You have been operating for so long in a state of quiet endurance that you forgot what it feels like to live with expectation. You learned how to survive storms, but now you are being taught how to recognize signs of sunshine. You learned how to navigate darkness, but now you are being prepared to walk confidently in a rising light that will illuminate every hidden part of your future. There is a dimension of clarity approaching your life that you have not experienced before. This clarity will not come through force, pressure, or overthinking. It will come naturally, gently, almost effortlessly, like the way dawn replaces night without struggle. Suddenly, you will understand things that once confused you. Suddenly, your priorities will rearrange themselves. Suddenly, the motivations of your heart will shift into alignment with who you are becoming. This is not random transformation. It is divine refinement. You are being shaped into someone capable of carrying the victories you once doubted you were worthy of. You will notice this clarity first in the way you think. Ideas that once felt tangled will begin to unravel. Emotions that once felt overwhelming will begin to stabilize. Thoughts that once spiraled into fear will begin to settle into peace. You will catch yourself choosing patience over panic, choosing wisdom over impulse, choosing trust over anxiety. This mental alignment marks the beginning of the life you prayed for, the life you waited for, the life that is finally rising to meet you. Comment 777 if you feel this shift grounding itself in your soul, because your agreement strengthens what is awakening inside you. Now, listen closely, because your spirit needs to receive this next truth. You are stepping into a chapter where you will begin to reclaim parts of yourself that life taught you to hide. The curiosity you dimmed to appear mature, the creativity you silenced to avoid criticism, the confidence you buried to keep the peace, the sensitivity you suppressed to avoid being misunderstood, the dreams you muted because reality felt too heavy. All these pieces are returning to you now, not as fragments, but as strengths. You are not becoming someone new. You are returning to the truest version of yourself. the version unharmed by fear, untouched by doubt, unaltered by other people's limitations. Let me speak to the spiritual expansion happening inside you. You will begin to experience moments where your spirit feels ahead of your circumstances, where your heart knows something good is approaching, even if nothing visible has shifted yet. This is spiritual foresight. This is divine intuition sharpening itself. This is heaven preparing you to recognize blessings before they arrive, so you can align your actions with what is coming instead of what has been. You will also feel a new calm rising inside you in moments where your old self would have been shaken. That is not numbness. That is mastery. That is the evidence of inner healing. That is the mark of someone who has learned to trust the unseen. You are not losing emotion, you are gaining control. You are not becoming hard, you are becoming wise. You are not shutting down, you are growing up spiritually. There is another layer forming within you, the restoration of your ability to expect good things without waiting for disappointment to follow. Life conditioned you to brace for loss. Pain taught you to anticipate the worst, but your future will not look like your past. You are entering a season where blessings will not come with hidden storms, where joy will not be followed by heartbreak, where stability will not collapse without warning. This shift will feel foreign at first, because you are used to preparing for pain. But soon you will understand that peace can be permanent, not temporary. Now let me speak to the renewed energy coming into your life. For too long, your spirit has carried fatigue, not just physical fatigue, but emotional, mental, and spiritual exhaustion. You pushed yourself through days that demanded more than you had to give. You kept going when your heart was tired. You held responsibilities that stretched your capacity. But renewal is coming in waves. You will wake up with energy you thought was gone forever. You will feel motivation rise from places that once felt empty. You will feel determination growing in you without needing to force it. This is not hype. This is divine restoration. Your strength is returning. This renewal will also sharpen your focus. You will no longer scatter your energy. You will no longer entertain distractions that drain your spirit. You will no longer waste time on people who are not aligned with your growth. Your priorities will simplify and strengthen. Your path will narrow and sharpen. You will know exactly what matters and exactly what must be released. Let me speak to the opportunities preparing to surface in your life. These opportunities will not require you to sacrifice your peace or compromise your values. They will not pull you into chaos. They will not exhaust you. Instead, they will feel aligned, expansive, stable, and purposeful. They will feel like answers to prayers you forgot you prayed. They will feel like the missing pieces finally falling into place. You will not have to chase them. You will not have to manipulate anything to make them happen. They will find you because they are meant for you. Your next season is not about chasing, it is about receiving. Your next season is not about striving, it is about aligning. Your next season is not about proving, it is about becoming. And now, let me touch the evolution happening in your emotional world. You will begin to recognize your triggers without being controlled by them. You will process your emotions without drowning in them. You will communicate your needs without feeling guilty for having them. You will forgive without reopening old wounds. You will choose softness without sacrificing boundaries. You will love deeply without losing yourself. This emotional maturity will become one of your greatest strengths. It will allow you to form relationships built on truth, respect, understanding, and reciprocity. You will attract people who recognize your heart, honor your boundaries, and appreciate your depth. These relationships will feel effortless because they are coming from alignment, not desperation. There is also a shift happening in your self-respect. You are beginning to understand what you deserve. You are beginning to see that your kindness is a gift, your loyalty is rare, your heart is valuable, and your presence is a privilege. You will stop explaining your worth to those who refuse to see it. You will stop giving access to those who have not earned it. You will stop shrinking to make others comfortable. You will stop settling for less when you were meant for more. And now, let me reveal something important. The life you are stepping into will require a new level of calmness, confidence, and courage. Not the frantic kind that pushes you to do everything at once, but the peaceful kind that allows you to take one aligned step at a time, knowing each step carries the weight of destiny. You are rising into a version of yourself that will no longer fear change, but will embrace it. You will no longer mourn endings, but will recognize them as beginnings. You will no longer hold on to what is fading because you trust what is forming. Your old self was shaped by survival. Your new self is shaped by purpose, and your spirit knows it. My child, hear me clearly as this message comes to its close, because these final words are being woven directly into the fabric of your future. You have walked through seasons that tried to convince you that victory was far away, that breakthrough was unlikely, that change was impossible. But I am telling you now, the victory you don't see yet is already standing at the edge of your life, ready to step in the moment you align your spirit with faith, courage, and expectation. You have not endured this long only to end in disappointment. You have not fought this hard only to watch everything fade. You are on the threshold of a transformation so profound that even you will look back and say, "If I had known what was coming, I would have trusted sooner." You are stepping into days where clarity will replace confusion, where peace will silence fear, where joy will return to places you thought were permanently numb. The heaviness is lifting. The fog is clearing. The weight that once made your spirit tremble is dissolving like morning mist. You are moving into a chapter written with intention, shaped with grace, and sealed with favor. Every prayer you whispered, every tear you hid, every quiet hope you guarded is rising now, ready to manifest in ways that prove heaven has been listening all along. So, breathe deeply, my child. Lift your head, straighten your shoulders. Let your heart be steady. You are not walking into uncertainty, you are walking into destiny. You are not hoping for change, you are entering it. You are not waiting for victory, you are rising into it. This is your moment to claim what has always been yours. This is your time to stand in the fullness of who you are becoming. If these words speak to your spirit, comment 777 as your final confirmation. And before you leave, tap like and subscribe so you remain connected to every message heaven has prepared for you. Your victory is closer than you think, closer than you feel, closer than you can imagine. Walk forward now. Your story is shifting. Your season is here.